All right. Good morning. Good morning. Today is Wednesday, November 6th, 2024. And we just had the election here in America yesterday, and Donald Trump was elected president again. So here we are. Expecting some price volatility. I know we have some news reports. We have a lot of big stuff coming this week. Yesterday was a big day for reports. Today we've got the 30-year mortgage, which doesn't seem to be here just yet. So I don't know why that didn't show up at 4 like it normally does. Next up at 7 o'clock, we've got crude oil coming out. Sorry, that's at 7:30. And so today is going to be mainly focused on oil in the news reports. Thursday, we have some big stuff coming down the pipe. So running a little late today, so I'm just jumping in here. Looks like the ES ripped all the way up to 5,900. It's up $100 today. That's crazy. I'm expecting a lot of volatility today, so we're going to be kind of cautious about the way that we trade. Falling down pretty heavily off that high there. We were down at 5,700 and some change yesterday, so remember that. Let's go jump back to the 15-minute and just see what yesterday was looking like. We got a pretty massive pullback here, but that makes a lot of sense. Where's yesterday? Yeah, so like this is where we're at yesterday. It's like this 5740 area. This is at 3 o'clock. So just in the last, just overnight, really, it hasn't even been 24 hours. The ES has ripped $200 from 50 or 150, not 200, but 150. Pretty insane move. I don't think I've ever seen the ES move this much over that short amount of time. So currently, though, ES is on a downtrend. I'm gonna sit back a little bit, kind of wait to see what direction things are going. It looks to me like these are going a little short, but we'll see if it holds here at this 5,900 area and comes back and tests 5,930. It's already up 90 something bucks today, so some pullback is honestly to be expected. We just dropped below the 1 minute VWAP here. Alrighty. Not seeing anything to attack just yet. I think it'll be a little bit. In the meantime, I want to check in on oil, which is down on the day, but did have a nice 5,200 cross here. Looks to be somewhere around the open that this happened. Charts are a little leggy. Yeah, about half hour before the open, we got this crossover here. Not seeing really anything to attack just yet. ES looks like it's on the way for a silent switch, but everything about it doesn't look like ready for me to go long. So we're under this 50 moving average. We're under the 35. We don't have a crossover. There's a lot more bearish looking aspects of this than there are bullish to me. Volume's pretty high, so we're out on 1 minute. Charts are hella slow today. About 6,700 for the average contracts. There's a big volume push at the open. So, did consider going short back here just because of the and I guess it would have worked, but just because of the bearish movement on everything here. But the reason why I didn't, and I still stick by this, is because we kept kind of bouncing off of this 94 area. It's just sort of bouncing in this zone, so it honestly has a little too much support for me to want to go short, and it's not set up well enough to want to go long. That looks like a great push right there. But I see a silent switch on the 10 second. No crossover just yet, although it looks like it could cross right there. We have to make sure, especially with this level of volatility, we got to make sure that it's going to break this 50 moving average. So looks like it's gonna 59.10 might be a resistance spot, which is pretty much exactly what it ticked just below. And just checking in on our trail max at 864 from that massive move that happened where we accidentally bought more contracts instead of selling, which has never happened to me in like 4 years of trading, by the way. Never done that. Okay, popping up above the 50. Seven o'clock.
Order filled.
Gonna try for a long here. I hope I don't regret it. Just going for 3 ticks.
Order
We're
filled.
out on that. So up 100 on the day. Like I said, for the next couple of days, I'm going to try to go for about 300 to 400 in profit. That's a really good move right there. From 7 all the way up to 10. So really big volatility today. So be very careful. 2 TMs at 4.7 on the 10-second side. Pretty sure we don't have a setup necessarily on the 1 minute. 1 minute, we're getting back above VWAP. VWAP's right there at 0952, so call it 950. We got an EMA 35 crossing above the 26 here on a hammer candle above the VWAP. This looks like this could push to about probably 920. There's 913.
Order filled. Order filled.
Took a quick hundo. I'm gonna watch for a rejection at this level right here, but I'm looking at 920 as the move. Just want to say a quick rejection. $17.50 area. I think we're gonna push up through this.
Order filled.
We did. I kind of filled a little too late though. Yeah, way too late.
Order filled.
All right, we got out on that trade. We're up 300. That's that's where I was after today. It's the 300. We got our trail now at 1165. We've hit our profit target. So there we have it. We've only been here a few minutes. 8.5 minutes, and we're up 300. Kind of a scary trade on that last one though, just because you can see we got it at 1925, pulled all the way back to 1625. So 12 tick pull followed by a pop right back up to 20 where it tapped. And 20 is going to be a little bit of a resistance zone for 2 reasons. Number 1, we got this 200 moving average here on the 10-second side. Number 2, we also have the 10-second 200 also tends to pace the 1 minute 50, which is a pretty heavy level of resistance right there. We are above VWAP. I would expect a pullback to about the 9 EMA here, probably about 1350 or so. There's a bull candle setup. 9 is above 12. It's about to be a cyan switch. Currently at negative 4.0 on TTM. I personally would want to see a pullback on this. You get this doji at the top. I'd want to see a pullback on the next like 2 candles. I don't think we may or may not get it. We're kind of bordering along this 35 here. I honestly would want to see a rejection off 35. like what's happening right now, I want to see that pull all the way back to about 14 area, and then I want to see it consolidate here around 14 to 15 zone and open the next candle either as green, well, obviously as green or red, but open the next one as probably green. But I think we're a little too early for this cross. We're definitely too early for the TTM. TTM's at negative 2.4, 2.5. And there's a big sell-off right there from 20. And this, it's still below the average volume, by the way, for that much sell-off. So we kind of top-ticked this right at 20. So like I said, I didn't really think this was a good trade. And it was really because I got in late. But it still worked out. But I just don't think it was a good trade. $10 pullback. Once this switches cyan, which is in about a minute, 30 seconds or so, this could rip heavily. But I want to make you aware that the 9 is above the 12, great, but it's below the 26. So this crossover hasn't happened. There's that 3-minute pullback I was saying that I thought we needed. It's pulled all the way back to VWAP. It looks like it's continuing. Let's see if the next candle rips. It's going to say we need the next candle to open green for this continuation to start. There's a cyan switch right there on TCM1. It's currently down at 911.50. So, and you can see that crossover right there kind of called this whole short out on the 10 second, along with the cyan or the red switch on TTM. They coincided together. So, you know, you could have gone short off of this indication and this indication to take that short candle right there. Now for this one, we'd want to see a cyan switch on 10 second side and a push back up to test 19 or 20. Currently, there's no setup for that. You can see 9 is below 12. And we have yellow here on TTM. So I feel like if I continue to trade, I'll probably lose money. So I would consider that to be over trading. So for me, I'm gonna have to call it, unfortunately, just because when there's this much volatility, I get excited. I want to trade, etc. But getting excited is not good for trading. Getting excited can be somewhat bad for it. And we got no viewers today. Everyone's caught up in the election. It's just something I made up to feel better about myself. Anyway, we're up 300. So this pulled down again to VWAP along the 9 and 10 area. There's no move here until the cyan switches. We got a couple red dots prior, but so there's a cyan switch on red dot. 9 is still below 12 with no cross. 35 is above 50 though, so that looks decent. So yeah, We're gonna call it right there, and we'll just take these profits. This is all I wanted to make anyway. Tempted to sit here and make more trades, but I'm gonna walk now. Thanks so much for being here, guys. Quick 15-minute trading sessions today, and I do believe that there's more like you see this stacking up right here. Way more opportunity today. You got that double top there at 1625. Big push up. So I was actually going to take this trade right here and then it pushed back, but I didn't expect it to rip back up like that so aggressively.
Order filled.
In at 19, trying to get out of 1975, and a bit of a pullback here. It stuck around, might have overtraded. I hope not.
Order filled.
Right, we got out of that one. We're up 401 on the day, 401.04. Yes, up $107. There's the breakthrough 20. Big breakthrough 20. $3 breakthrough. The pullbacks, like when it pulls back, dude, it whips like pretty hard. I guess I should have bought this right here on this candle. Just, I got a little scared because it started pulling back on me. But we're on the way to a 5200 cross here. 25 is going to be a resistance zone. There's the 9, 12, 26 cross on that silent switch that I called out. Above VWAP. 200 moving average is up there at 33, so watch out for that zone. In this zone here, this 50 moving average area, likely going to act as some resistance as well. Not sure I've ever seen the ES up this high in a single day. $108, it's crazy. TTM's at 9, so it's a little extended. Maybe not necessarily extended for the day, but extended by normal measures. So a pullback to 18 or 17 seems pretty normal. But I watch out for resistance right here. So you're right on this 50 moving average. Although this looks like this is primed for a rip up to 30. There's a 5200 cross on the 10-second side. Like I said, this looks primed for a rip to 30. Or potentially to 25 at least, but I'm calling 30. Our trail max is now up at 1265. Almost recovered from that unfortunate event. We got another 1500 or so to go. We're still down on the week because of that, but yeah, into 1504 is the recovery zone. So there's pullback to 1925 area and bouncing back up to 20s on this 5200 cross on 10. But currently, we have red on the TTM. So a little flag there. TTM's now at 10.0 on the 1 minute. I can see us hitting like 14 and 15 on the TTM today, though. This could be the rip. Looks like there's a little more consolidation to happen here. You got a really good 9, 12, 26 here. 9 is beginning to step above 35 on the 1. That's definitely a very bullish indicator, strong indicator right there. The 9 gets above the 50, the 9 and 12 get above the 50, the green one here. That's very strong indication for upward momentum. And I would look for resistance here at this 200 moving average. So, just for comparison, the on the downtrend, TTM hit 16, negative 16. So on the uptrend, we should have range up to about 14 to 16 as well. You can see back here, TTM maxed at 10. And this is one of the larger moves. It's got to pop on this candle, or I think this move potentially might not work. CTM's at 10, kind of nearish its max level. The reason why I have confidence in this move is because of 9 getting above 35, now 12 getting above 35. You see that 8 SMA crossover 9 there? That's typically a bearish indicator, but in the 1 minute, it can be a few minutes before that actually pulls down. And it's kind of crazy to look at this. You got this 5200 cross here, but hardly any move upon that. Like typically, you'd see a rip right around here, where this would rip through, and never really got that. And actually, kind of looks like there's some stale movement here, some choppiness. In any case, this is probably going to rip. There it is. Took plenty long time. There's 25. Like I said, I think we got room up to 30. It's 2650. That took a long time, man. Like much longer than normal. How long did that take? Let's see. We had 1, 2, 3, 4. This would have been the normal range here. 5 would have been the normal pop. So it took an extra 2 minutes over above the normal rip period. Slowly working its way up to 30, which I think that we'll get a rejection on 30. There's 29. It's kind of crazy because this like ripped up to like 25, 26 here, and then that whole thing was just it pushing to 29, which looks like almost no movement. There's an 8 SMA cross downward. What up, Tiny? Look sideways. Yeah, it's sideways now. There is a lot of rippage happening, but it's very, very sideways. Now it is, anyway. It makes sense. Happy Hump Day, Trump Day. Happy Hump Day, Trump Day, everyone. Yesterday's price action on the ES was crazy during the election results coming in. Yeah. I actually wasn't even trading or even watching the charts at that time. So I pretty much checked in on the polls a couple of times, or not the polls, but the results a couple of times throughout the night, up until I went to bed, and then went to bed and Trump was ahead, but hadn't been announced yet, hadn't been won yet. No trades for you? Yeah, I totally understand. Oh, no trades during that thing. Yeah, I wouldn't have traded either. We're up 400 on the day, 401.04. We got the trail max at 1265. I was tempted to take more trades, especially because some of my calls worked out today. But I don't want to overtrade. So I got a long way to go to recover. I still got another $1,500 just to recover from Monday. So if we do 300 to 400 a day, that's another 1, 2, 3, 4, puts us at next Wednesday. So not like I'm not counting time necessarily. There's 30, like I said. I mentioned we'd hit 30, and there it is. Pretty much tapped it though. I guess it was a double tap. Pulling back now to 28. So at this level, I don't really want to continue to take trades. It's kind of a little too high for me. And I wouldn't call this necessarily extended off of VWAP, because we're only about $20 diverged. I would call extension up here towards the high, really about 30. But we got this 200 above. Normally when 200 is above VWAP, I try not to actually trade a lot of the time. That's typically when I focus on the 10-second chart, is when you got this 200 up here above the VWAP. So, but y'all know I almost never take any trades on the 1 minute anymore. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. But yeah, I'm actually going to go ahead and call it because I don't want to overtrade, and I have a tendency to do that, and you guys know that. So I'm going to go ahead and call it. 7:30, though, there's oil reports dropping at 7:30. So if y'all weren't here earlier, just check the news here. We've got we have the crude oil import. So I'm expecting some price action and volatility on oil. There is actually a pretty decent move on oil since about 6 o'clock. The mortgage rates never came in. They were supposed to be in at 4, and they just never did. Could be delayed by the election, I'm not sure, but they're not there. So also, if you guys are treasury investors like I am, you may want to consider getting some treasuries. It's not financial advice at all. You do with what you do, but you can lock in like 30-year and 17-week and stuff like that around the 4.5 range. The Fed is making an interest rate decision on Thursday, so we may not have as good of treasury investment opportunities in the near future than what we currently have. So those are things that I'm personally considering about locking in for longer durations, just to keep that interest rate moving. So take the money and run. Hell yeah. So today's baby day for my family. I got like a bunch of appointments for the baby, which, by the way, I gotta say, we felt the first kick yesterday. So I felt like a little tiny kick a couple days ago, but like last night it was like a real kick. So pretty happy about that. But yeah, cheers to y'all. Much love and appreciation. We'll see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. And the ES is hovering around 30 right now. All right. Peace.